Hello everyone, I'm Fiona and I'm a veterinary surgeon, and today I wanted to do a short video on anal glands. Now, many of you will have heard of anal glands. All dogs and cats have them, and they sit just inside their bottom, acting as a scent marker. Every time they do a poo, the poo presses on those glands and a little bit of secretion comes out, which acts to mark their territory. The problem is, if the glands aren't emptying properly, they can fill up and become a little bit uncomfortable. And dogs will particularly show signs of maybe sitting down and shuffling along, or they may snatch round and have a little chew underneath their tail base, or maybe they're not quite that flexible and they can only chew around their groin or their hips because they can't quite reach the offending place. These glands can fill up for a number of reasons. It might just be that the glands sit in a slightly lower position and they just never empty properly. Or it may be that your dog's had an episode of diarrhoea or loose poos, and therefore that the poos haven't been effective at emptying the glands and they've reached a critical threshold of being full and uncomfortable. Either way, I wanted today to give you some clues and tips as to how you might be able to help your dog at home if you're not able to get to the vet. Obviously, if your dog is showing signs of distress, or if there's any bloody discharge coming from their bottom, that's completely different and you must get in touch with your vet for more specific advice. But if they just seem a little bit itchy, then really I wanted to try and see if I could help you deal with this at home if you can't get to the vet straight away. So I'm going to show you on Daisy where the glands are and how you might be able to empty them at home. If you go to the vet will actually insert their finger into the bottom and try and express them that way. I'm not suggesting you do this at home. What I'm trying to give you is some tips of how to express them from the outside, which won't get all the material out, but will buy you some time before you're able to get to the vet. So I would suggest that you wear a glove. Obviously they're in quite short supply at the moment, so I'm just going to put the one on, but just be mindful from a health and safety point of view that you do need to be careful, wash your hands and make sure you don't get any dirt on your fingers. And then I'm just going to lift Daisy up. She's not the most excited about having this done, so if I lift her up here, and if I show you underneath, here's her bottom. And I like to think of the bottom like a clock face. The anal glands will sit at around about 7 o'clock and around about 5 o'clock. And if you're going to try and squeeze these from the outside, what you need to do is put your thumb and your finger around that position and push inwards. Quite gently, you don't want to be too vigorous or you could cause some damage. So just push in a little way and then squeeze that finger and thumb together, and then squeeze outwards as if you were trying to squeeze toothpaste out of a toothpaste holder. So again, the position just here, pushing in, fingers together in an outwards motion. And what you might see come out would be some secretion that may be yellow, it may be very liquidy, or it may be more like clay or toothpaste. And all of those are normal variants. Things that would concern us would be if you saw blood or if it was unduly painful, and of course do check in with your vet if you have any concerns at all. But hopefully that's given you some tips of how you might be able to just help buy some time to help your dog be more comfortable at home. And other things you can do would be just to add some bran to their diet, just to try and bulk up their poos, because again, big poos are more likely to empty the glands, again provided your dog has no medical or dietary reason why they can't have that added. Hope that helps. Bye for now.